Hi, this is Claire Milam. I'm a Dharma Soul Coach, sharing lived experiences and healing. And this one is a hard one, especially because it's more recent. And I also know it's unfortunately epidemic here in America. So when I was 22 and I graduated college, I moved to Costa Rica. Well, I went to visit Costa Rica and I ended up moving there for a couple years because I got an amazing teaching job. I dreamed of being a teacher of young children, and doors just opened, and I was up in the cloud forest in a small town teaching, and I met the love of my life so far. And we married, and he immigrated, and we had children. And we divorced, as many do, and he had a long struggle with mental health. And it ended with his very unexpected suicide by gun. And the waves of shock and grief that sent. First of all, the grief you feel over a man you have children with is unlike any other I've ever experienced. And then the grief for my children of losing their father, especially my older child, was just epic. And grief comes in waves. I wouldn't say, even though it's been 8 years, we're healed from it, but we're in a much better place. We're much stronger. We're very loving, and we really honor his memory, especially this Father's Day weekend. As the father of my children, as their dad. So, first of all, what's it like loving someone so deeply who's on a deep exploration of mental health? Well, it can be really hard because you don't really understand what's going on. You don't really understand their thought patterns, their suffering, their decision to explore this path as a soul. So it was very bewildering to me, very bewildering. It was also very conflict heavy in the marriage, after the marriage, related to the children, related to decisions he made. And then it started to get kind of quiet. And we kind of wondered what was going on. And we didn't know. I didn't know. And so then I get a phone call from the police in another state that I didn't even know he was in. And then there's an investigation. And then there's all these decisions, of what to do, when to do it. Is there life insurance? Am I the full guardian of the children? Which I was. So that was actually one of the biggest shifts. I went from being a co-parenting divorcee to a full guardian of children who'd been children of divorce. And that was a lot. That was a lot for all of us. We weren't used to living together all the time. But you make room. You grieve. You have his ashes in the house. You settle the estate. You have his car in your driveway for a little till your kid crashes it. You go on. So I don't know where you are in your journey. If it's something you'd considered, please stay. I think for like 6 months, I was like, I wish he had just come and stayed on my couch. And I think there can be healing. And there also can be a lot of souls exploring this. And it's one of the options here on earth. And if so, there are a lot of souls guiding you how to do it. But for me, speaking as a survivor, speaking as a soul coach, a Dharma coach, if this is part of your path, grieve, learn about mental health, consider getting, the semicolon tattoo or something. I've thought about it. Don't stay too much in the thick of it, because I went to grief therapy, I went to support groups, but then some of the support groups, like just hearing the stories, it was too hard for me. It was too raw. I was too close to it. But oh my gosh, these people are like, I mean, I love this man so much. I share children with him. I share in-laws with him. And the depth of grief I felt, just for a while, felt bottomless. And then it kind of passes. So the first healing is to all the first responders who find and notify families. I just send them so much of my love, especially if you're one of them. Thank you so much for your service. I think people don't realize that's part of the jobs you take on. If you're the children, may you just be enveloped in love. If you know children, envelop them in love. Children of any age, honestly. And if you can be a really solid friend or really solid family member, please do. If you're an immigrant or part of an immigrant family, this can be really hard to absorb in the home country, just because of all the shame and the stigma. And my heart really hurts for you, because it's tough. En el país de él casi no hay armas. Entonces eso fue algo muy sorprendente. También que había un melancolismo, una depresión, y que llegó a ser algo así fue fatal para la familia, para aceptar. Y sí la están aceptando poquito a poco, pero mucho confusión, enojo, frustración, just like any of us here in America. So the healing is just like a huge, like 360 heart healing. So it's a wave from Archangel Raphael, and it's like a towel. It's just coming around you, a cloak, and just enveloping this green healing energy all around your shoulders that are carrying the weight of this, all around the heart, the voice. So just hold that close around you and know that it's an etheric gift that you can access at any time. This green grief blanket. And do something small to honor the journey of your loved one. Don't buy into fear that it's going to happen. Just transmit to them love and then pull out the grief blanket when it's time. Thank you so much. Like, comment, subscribe. I have her soul coaching. You can book on Calendly. And namaste.